There's no place I'd rather be.
No, welcome back to Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. We are back for the final time this season. Man United have to face Crystal Palace at Old Trafford, and yeah, let's get straight into it. So it's the last game of the season. We played Tottenham, not Tottenham. We played who did we play? Southampton. That's the one. Yeah. So we played Southampton on Wednesday night, last night, if you can say that. No. Yeah, Wednesday night. Yeah, because this is Friday. Yeah, recording this Friday. Yeah, no, we recorded. Yeah, we. What? I've lost control. I've totally lost my thought. Anyway, yeah. So last game of the season, we got Crystal Palace. We got Europa League final. Mourinho has said that he's going to be giving quite a lot of debuts this weekend, with Pereira could be starting in goal. We could have like all our like under 17s or reserve teams a good try this weekend. So it's going to be an exciting game. Hopefully that brings us a bit of different from other teams. Obviously we're going to have he's been told that Pogba's going to start this weekend, and Bailly and other people, as well as Fosu Mensah's going to start. There's going to be quite a lot of changes this weekend. But obviously, before we faced Crystal Palace, we did face who did we face? We faced, oh shoot, oh unlucky. Yeah, we did face. Who did we face? We faced Southampton, and we drew 0-0. So there's not much to talk about really, except for Romero did basically he put his name in the hat for replacing De Gea, because he literally just kept us in the game. Obviously, penalty save. It's definitely, they had a penalty like in the first 3 minutes. Bailly got handballed it outside the box, but for some reason, I think it was, I can't remember who the ref gave it to. They gave it to Southampton, and yeah, what's his name? Oh, come on. What's his name? I think it's Gabbiadini who took the penalty, and Romero saved it. So that's pretty much that. They had quite a lot of chances in that half. Martial looked pretty decent as well that first half, but it's still 0-0. And then after that, it's pretty much all Southampton really. We didn't really make any good chances. I think it was the only best chance we had was through Martial. We went through and hit the post, I believe. So that was that. So yeah, it's pretty much, you know, story of our season. 0-0 draws, and yeah, you could tell that we missed a couple people. We did bring on Herrera and Carrick, and we did bring on Rashford as well. But it looked like we, you know, was going to win that game, you know, with those players on, but they didn't. Unfortunately, obviously, we did miss Pogba in that midfield, and obviously Fellaini came off as well that game. He got injured. Apparently, he might not be fit enough to play the Europa League final, which I mean, he's been doing alright in the Europa League, but obviously I'd rather have Pogba and Herrera in midfield with Carrick. So yeah, there's that, and obviously Bailly is suspended, so Bailly will be playing this weekend. So yeah, it's a pretty much shit draw really. They could have easily won Southampton, but it was that man Romero in net, who I think he deserves the place for next week. Obviously De Gea, it probably looks like De Gea will leave this summer. I mean, why would he? I'd play De Gea in net, but De Gea, not De Gea, Mourinho has said that he is going to be staying at Man United, so I don't know, we'll just wait and see. I'd rather get him to like a new contract or something like that, just to make sure that we do keep him at the club. But I think he will. Oh, I can't hit that. Oh, unlucky. I think it will be quite interesting to see if whatever happens with De Gea. Anyway, yeah. So I mean, the only standout performance from the Crystal Palace game was Romero in net, but pretty much we didn't have many chances, and it was a pretty much 0-0 draw. So there's that then. Obviously, this is the last game of the season, so Crystal Palace, I mean, they're pretty much done and dusted themselves. They even said Mourinho wanted this game moved, and he wanted it like postponed until like a later date, you know, like last year with the bomb scare. But unfortunately, fortunately, that they're not allowed to do that. So yeah, they pretty much, oh well, I haven't even had a shot on target really. Yeah, so they pretty much. Yeah, so that's pretty much all sorted out, really. Obviously, so we won't this weekend. We got Crystal Palace, like I said. You know, their season's pretty much over. Pretty much the only thing left in the Premier League at the moment is the top four. But it's going to be a quite interesting. It's been a quite interesting season. Obviously, Mourinho came in. We bought Mkhitaryan. We bought Bailly. We bought Pogba. I mean, obviously we signed Ibrahimovic as well. So, you know, I thought, you know, start of the season, I was thinking, you know, we could easily get top four with this team, but obviously not. You know, Europa League didn't help us, unfortunately, and, you know, we just had too many games in that April time, and oh, come on, Pogba, you got to score that. Yeah, we just completely, you know, lost it in that April scene. You know, we completely lost it in the March-April scene. So, as well as, you know, we pretty much drew every single game at Old Trafford this season, which was a bit disappointing. So, yeah, you know, I mean, apparently we were like a few points better than last season, but we're still 6th. You know, 6th is the best we can do, and if that's the best we can do, you know, we got to be better next season. So, it's going to be quite an interesting transfer period ahead of us. But yeah, talking of Herrera, who's taking the free kick, he got voted the Matt Busby Player of the Year from United, which I think he deserved. Also, I think, wasn't it Valencia who got the Players Player of the Year, which was, yeah, there we go. I think, yeah, Valencia got the Players Player of the Year, which I think he deserved as well. Obviously, I would like De Gea to win it again, but you know, he's won it for the last 2 years, so I think he pulled out of the running anyway. So it was good to see Herrera got Player of the Year. Obviously, I think he deserved it because he has grown this season. He's like becoming like a really good midfielder for us, and he's showed that in recent weeks. He just lacks. I think what he just lacks is obviously the big, you know, he's not like Pogba, you know, where he has upper strength and all that, but he's showing like he looks like a captain. That's what he looks like in some games, and he just looks like perfect for that captain armband. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be quite. Obviously, we'll have him next season. Obviously, Valencia as well. We're having next season. But yeah, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a very interesting and transfer period this summer, as well as obviously we're going to have. I think we will have a couple new players next season to look at, but it's still, you know, the season's not over yet. We're still playing. Obviously, we've got Crystal Palace. I want United to finish the season strong, but obviously we're going to be playing some youth players. Obviously, there's a chance that Angel Gomez might be playing. There's Harrop, Gribbin, you know, Rupp might be playing. There's a few players who might be playing this weekend, and I'll be quite interested to see how they link up, especially I think it was we hit the crossbar again. Especially Angel Gomez, who got the Young Player of the Year, I think, for United. So if he starts and like does really well, I think he could be in chance for, you know, for a contention place next season. But I'm not being horrible. He's only 17, so. And obviously Crystal Palace, they're just going to come to United and obviously just, you know, go for it, because obviously last game of the season they want to give the Crystal Palace fans something to cheer about. And obviously Mourinho said that, you know, don't come out and hate him for the team selection on Sunday, which unfortunately I'm going to. But it's going to be a fun afternoon, whatever the case. But you know. Or rather for him to prefer, like, yeah, play like you know, play like Bailly. I know Bailly probably will be playing anyway because he's suspended, but it's going to be a very interesting game on Sunday. If we win, I'll be very happy. But I think to you know, to finish the season off with a win wouldn't be too bad. Obviously, we got the final on Wednesday, so we need a bit of confidence going into that. So. Yes, that is that. So there's full time anyway. I might do a wrap up episode on Wednesday, so look out for that. Yeah, I probably will actually do like a season wrap up, obviously, because obviously you know, the finals on the final is on Wednesday, and I would like to talk about that and the season ahead, the season behind. So yeah, so my score prediction, do you know what, 2-0 Man United. Whatever, you know, it doesn't really matter what score, but it would be nice to see a big score, whatever the case. So anyway, guys, I think I'm actually going to end it here. So look out for the final Matchday Live, which will be on Wednesday. And yeah, so score prediction 2-0. So please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to leave your score predictions below. So right, I'm going. Bye.